Flippin' heck. Hey, are they letting him in here now? Yeah. My venerable friend over there with the silver bonds. You know who he is, don't you?
No.
It's Jacko Ford.
So?
So he's a right villain, isn't he? He's done more porridge than I've had at dinners.
Yeah, well, they say it takes one to know one, don't they?
Yeah, but there does happen to be a subtle difference between us, darling.
Oh?
He gets caught. I don't.
First time for everything, isn't there?
Not for me, darling. I'm one of the winners.
You know, that's what I reckon the great train robbers said till they got the collars felt.
Hey, what are you doing tonight, then?
Too much for you.
Oh?
I'm going out with Ray.
What you girls will do for a free seat at the pictures.
You got to be joking. We're having a quiet evening together in his penthouse.
Which penthouse?
I'm telling you, he's got this penthouse, revolving bar, the lot, over at the new precinct.
Which precinct?
Victoria precinct, over the bookies.
Benny Lewis's, you mean?
Yeah, that's right. What's so funny about that?
Oh, you know, you would believe the moon was made of cheese if somebody brought you a plateful, wouldn't you?
Oh, well, come on, let's all have a laugh.
I really don't think you're going to enjoy the joke somehow, darling.
So, where have you hidden the charming Miss Grimshaw, then?
Last seen ranting to the manager about 2 rooms that turned into a twin and then turned into a double. So I'll give her a wide berth if I were you, pal. She can be a very violent woman.
I was only doing my best.
Put one of her ex-husbands in hospital, you know. Very nice dear.
But how come you're on holiday with her then, eh?
Well, she may be a violent woman, but it doesn't mean she's not, how can I put it, intriguing.
In what way?
Oh, come on, you're a man of the world. Why don't you bring a bottle of shampoo to mine and Eileen's boudoir later on? You know, they say 2's company, but 3 is a modern internet classic.
You know, I think I might just pass.
Oh. Here she's down there.
Oh, right, well, I'll be on my way then. You have a lovely time.
Goodbye.
Now look, you think I'm kidding? This bloke...
Oh, well, that's the latest that is now. I've heard everything.
Well, it's down there in black and white. This bloke, yeah.
Right, all right. I believe you. I mean, if you say you read it, fair enough, I'll take your word for it.
Well, I'm telling you, look.
Well, I'm Margot. What's your name?
Jerry.
Jerry what? Smith, right? Oh, well, it must be Jones, then. It's always Smith or Jones. Ask any
No,
fellow
look,
what his
as a
name
matter of fact, it is
No,
not
you
Smith
don't
and
have
it's not...
to tell me if you don't want to. I don't know. You married blokes, you're all the same. Are you married? Ask a daft question, eh? Well, what do? You traveller or something? Have you told the wife you're in London or Birmingham, eh? And that's that. What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. Well, no's wrong. It's just that, as a matter of fact, my name happens to be Booth, and I'm not married.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry. I've got a big mouth, haven't I? Just go on and on, you know. Hey, look. There's a dance hall down the road with nice girls who don't drink gin and don't talk out of turn. Why don't you go down there, love, and get out of this stuff? Go on.
No, look, hang on. Look, I like your company, and any road I'm not married.
You sure?
Well, look, what you having?
Gin.
Right. Well, can we have gin? 2 double gins, please. Double gins. Right.
Well, there's no point in standing round here, is there? Shall we sit down?
Yeah, sure. You, and then I'll fetch the drink, so... yeah. I told him that lime we use, if that's all right.
Cigarettes? Cheers.
Right, cheers.
echo down. I can't hear myself think.
Poster paint doesn't make bad eye makeup.
If you're going to waste time doing your eyes, we'll never get finished.
Just listen to who's talking.
Yeah, well, all I'm saying is we've got to clear this lot up before my mother gets home.
Has she gone a bit about making a mess?
Oh, no, she's not bad, but she knew what we're up to. She might start fussing, you know.
You mean she doesn't agree with us about all this?
No, it's not that, but... Oh, she might blow her top if she knew what we're going to do.
Oh, one's gone on crooked.
Oh, never mind your eyes. Here, go and stir that glue for a bit. I'm boiling. How you doing, Sue?
Not badly.
She can't let her for toffee.
Now, look here. I'm not an art student. Ken and I are only volunteers.
Yeah.
Oh, half the people at art school can't let her either.
Well, speak for yourself.
Oh, sign writers are nothing to write home about.
You think you're going to...
Now look what you've done.
Oh, it'll be all right.
Honestly,
Have you
you
got a
two.
blow top
Quit
anywhere?
messing about. It's nearly dark. She could be home any minute now.
Hey, Lily Dove, did you say?
Yes. Hey, where are you going?
To try one.
Hey, Milo! Don't be so ridiculous!
Oh, you might as well torch yourself, Kenneth.
Anyway, why bother? He can't do much
Oh,
harm.
no, he can only stink the yard out, that's all. Hey, what was that?
What?
That noise.
Ken, has the paper lad been... Oh, I didn't know we got company. Oh, whatever's that?
It's a poster.
Ban the bomb.
The lettering's a bit better on that one.
We're marching in a torchlight procession.
Tomorrow night. With guitars.
You might be. Ah, Ken certainly isn't.
Who said?
I say. You don't think for a moment your father would let you do a thing like that?
Well, I can't see it's got anything to do with it.
It's got plenty to do with him, and you can get all this stuff out of this house.
You know what's wrong with your generation, don't you?
Yes. We had children like you. I've warned you once and for all. If you think you're going to get me to take sides in this, well, you're not.
Ta-da! Get out.
Well, that's a nice thing, I must say. When you get to your age, and I can't so much as turn me back for 5 minutes without you getting up to something. Well, what would your mother say?
She's already said it all.
Look, give us 10 minutes and we'll clear up.
I should just think you will clear up. And while you're at it, you can wash that tash off. If that's the way you go on, no wonder you're always complaining about getting spots.
Well, can I help? Get me out.
Come on, get that brush out.
Come on, for goodness sake. No, back now. I hate
No.
Oh.
All right, Malcolm?
Oh, not you again. I don't believe it.
Michelle's invited me to come and watch.
Look, I booked this court, you know, at great expense.
It's okay, I'm not playing.
Look, mate, chap to chap. Things are awkward enough without you poaching, all right?
I said Michelle invited me.
Yes, but you are poaching, aren't you? Of course you are. Now, I hate to pull the old male imperialism stunt, but she is mine, you know. So why don't you just run along and find yourself somebody more appropriate?
The thing is, Malcolm, she likes me and not you. That's why she's late. She's hoping you'll see me, take the hint, and go.
You sucker. Can't you see she's just using you? Now, that's just Michelle's way of playing hard to get.
It's not, Malcolm. She says she's tried to let you down nice, but you just can't seem to take no for an answer.
Okay, let me put it to you like this. I'm a good 6 inches taller than you, right? A couple of stone heavier, and I work out regularly with weights. I mean, is that what you want, a fight?
Oh, I feel sorry for you, honest. Otherwise, I won't be here, would I? Plus, it'd stop Michelle coming as well.
Crikey, here she comes. Hello, darling. Tell this little twit to buzz off, will you?
Don't worry, I'm buzzing.
No, don't go, Kev.
Look, I've done my best. You're going to have to tell him yourself.
I've told you won't take it from me.
Tell me what, eh? Tell me what, Michelle?
Oh, stop saying tell me what. Kev, come back. We've got to try harder than that.
Try harder than that to do what, eh?
To convince you that I'm going out with Kevin, Malcolm. Kev?
Going out with him? Well, how can you be going out with him when you're going out with me?
Mrs. Ogden?
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I've just seen your Lord and Master. He told me to come in. Harry Lester.
Oh, hi, the paper hanger.
Interior decorator, love.
Oh, yeah, sorry, how'd you do?
Oh, this is a nice house you've got here, Mrs. Ogden. It's a beautiful room, this. Very beautiful.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be even better.
Yes, it's a lovely combination, is that? Red and white. It seems a shame to paper over it.
Red? Where?
On wall.
It's bottle green.
Eh? Oh, aye. Yes, well, actually, it's a Scandinavian green. Though I must admit that most of the wallpaper buying public generally refer to it as green. We call it sort of red, really.
You're not colourblind, are you?
Only reds and greens, love. Good job I don't play snooker, isn't it?
Here, you're in the trade, aren't you?
I've been in the trade for 15 years, Mrs. Ogden.
Oh, good, that's all right then. Parker and Frankham's?
No, Jennings.
Oh?
If you're well fed, it's Jennings bread. The bakery trade. I'm on nights.
Ta, Enrico. They look after me here. Well, so they should do. I've been coming here years. I'll tell you something now. I had my honeymoon in this hotel.
Oh. You what, in this hotel?
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, by hell, she's going back a bit. You're thinking, I bet it were all fields round here in them days. Go on. You are, aren't you?
No, I reckon it's like no.
Well, never mind. Because you can still get a good plinkety-plonk out of an old banjo if the fella who's playing knows his stuff. And I can see you've served your time.
Well, over the years, I've been through a fair amount.
You see, Ken, you don't mind me calling you Ken, do you?
No, not at all.
I can talk to you, and I know why. You put me in mind of Jack.
What?
My husband, bless him. You'd know him, I bet. Black Jack Turnbull, they called him. Because of the licorice and the treacle. You know, Turnbull's toffee torpedoes.
Oh, heck, aye, I've had many a bagful, aye.
He used to call me that. His little bag full. Made a fortune out of them torpedoes. Now he's gone. It's not the same, Ken. You're spending money on your own. You want company. A bit of fun.
I think we'd better be going to a concert, then, eh?
I'll blow the concert.
Oh, now, come on, now, you bought the tickets, haven't you?
It's only money.
Yeah, but I was looking forward to listening to that bit of music, you know.
Well, Handel's water music.
Yes, I particularly wanted to hear that bit.
Oh, well, that's okay. I've got the CD. It's in my room. Well, I say room. It's a suite. In fact, between us, it's the bridal suite. I always book it when I come here. Oh, brings back some memories, that suite. I remember Jack. Oh, he was a strong fella. Carried me over the threshold. Are you strong?
Not that strong.
You're a little belter.
Give up when people are looking.
Oh, let 'em. I can buy and sell this lot. Now, this escort agency, I expect they give you a bit of leeway.
How do you mean?
You know, make your own arrangements for extras.
Oh, no. My boss won't have nothing to do with that like that, no.
Oh, don't kid me. Now, Jack had a saying he used to say to people, you'll be right with me, and I'll be right with you. Ever been in a jacuzzi?
No, I've never had a Japanese car.
You're a Bobby Dazzler. Help me up, lad. Let's get going.
Right, you say going, that you're going to the concert?
I mean the bridal suite.
Give over, the management won't let me go up there.
The money I spend in here, they'd not grumble if we were to use this here sofa. Come on.
Beautiful mugs.
Jumble sale.
Amazing what people throw out.
And what they'll spend on rubbish to replace it with.
It's important what you drink things out of.
Absolutely.
I think it was Bernard Levin. Sorry, this is so recondite.
Oh, lovely word. Go on. I used to love Bernard Levin.
Well, he did a piece about the importance of drinking beer out of a glass rather than straight from the bottle.
I can't bear it when people do that.
He said you needed the wide angle of the glass so that enough beer could fall across the whole of the tongue in a way you can control. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to savour it properly.
Oh, oh, very well put. Like wine.
I mean, if it just shoots down the narrow neck of a bottle, you don't taste anything.
Oh, you don't taste anything anyway with most of that lager they drink. It's just alcoholic pop.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm sitting here on a Monday lunchtime talking about the correct way to drink beer.
Aren't you enjoying it?
I'm loving every second.
But?
Doesn't seem like the real world. That's all.
Well, you're talking to Blanche Dubois, remember? She doesn't want reality. She wants magic.
You've been a bit previous, aren't you, Mr. Walker? She's only been out of the house 24 hours.
I tell you, I'm going off my edge. It's not at either my daughters or my sons.
Oh, there's 800 old on she could be at, just cooling off.
You never know. You just don't know.
I know we don't know. That's why I'm here. Now, listen, she didn't make any threats or anything like that, did she?
No, she just took a look.
Well, you must realise, Mr. Walker, you know, we get hundreds of cases like this. I mean, we haven't got the facility, well, we haven't got the authority, really, to go looking for missing persons. It's just that Bert went on the desk and he asked me to go around.
Well, couldn't you sacrifice a photo or whatever you do?
Well, you're jumping in at the deep end a bit, aren't you, Mr. Walker? Honestly, Mr. Walker, if I had a stripe for every time my missus had slammed the door on me, I'd be Chief Constable by now.
She's been so jumpy lately.
What were it about then, this row? Was it serious?
Oh, something and nothing.
I see.
You know how it is. You can't explain it.
All right. Well, I don't really think I could justify calling the dogs out, Mr. Walker. After all, she is a grown woman.
I often wonder. Well, what can I do then?
Well, I'd give it a couple of days, I would, honest. I mean, you don't want to go stirring up a lot of trouble. You know, it'll only embarrass you both when she does get back.
Oh, I don't give a monkeys about the embarrassment as long as I find her. Here, take a photo. I've got one here in the desk somewhere. There you are. I don't know how I should be dressed. Either wearing a fur coat or a summer coat.
Mr. Walker, be advised. Sit still.
Now, listen, I know you can't do out official, but take it. One of your lads might see her.
Look, she was a 15-year-old tearaway and you thought she might be skulking around clubs in London. I mean, you can't expect us to put a tail on every married woman who goes running back to mother. There aren't enough coppers in the world.
Well, it can't do you any harm to take a picture now, can it?
I'm taking it, aren't I? Hey, I'll bet you a pound to a pint she'll be back tonight with her tail between her legs. I don't know why you don't sit back and enjoy the peace while you got it. You don't know you're born.
Morning, Wilcox.
Morning, sir.
All quiet on the Western Front?
Yes, sir.
Nice day.
Yes, sir. Nice day.
The blazes are this lot up to?
We shall overcome. We shall overcome.
About him, Wilcox?
No, sir.
We shall overcome.
Bit of a rum go, if you ask me.
Yes, sir.
Might be a spot of bother there. Just keep your eye on them, lad.
We shall overcome.
Oh, and make sure to get in touch with me if things should get out of control.
The throat as rough as a bag of scratchings.
No, 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 my darling. Those'll do you no good at all. What you need is some slippery elm tea mixed with cayenne pepper, honey, cinnamon, and a little warm water.
All these years I've made do with the fisherman's friend.
Believe me, my voice is my business. I've learned to look after it properly.
Thank you very much. Miss...
My name's Ruler. Delighted to meet you.
Fred. Well, I shall certainly give your remedy a try. Oh, yes.
I hope it's not too effective, mind. I do like a man with a gruff, lived-in voice. You know, Fred, with my eyes closed, you almost put me in mind of Lee Marvin.
If you'd been born in Withenshaw. Hello, I'm Norris.
I don't believe it. That could be Bob De Niro talking. Is this a news agent or a movie set?
Robert De Niro, you say?
Norris, it's uncanny. And I don't even have to close my eyes. Now I know why Rita's stayed here all these years. Is she around?
Oh, no. She's down the cash and carry. Was there something particular you wanted to see her about? And how on earth do you know Rita?
Patience, Norris, patience. Everything comes to he who waits. Tell Rita I pop by and I'll be back. You can count on that.
It's all right, anyway.
Where do you want to sit?
This'll do.
What do you fancy?
I'll have a lemonade shandy, please.
Come on, girl, live. What about a gin and French?
I don't want a gin. I'll just have a lemonade shandy.
All right. I'll see if I can get some service.
Oh, well, in that case, I don't...
A pint of bitter and a lemonade shandy,
Well,
please.
that wasn't the end of it, not by a long
A
shot.
pint
You
of
see, then-
bitter and a lemonade shandy.
See you again, Jack.
Oh, yeah, sure.
What was it now? What was it, Dad?
A pint of bitter and a lemonade shandy.
Half a bitter and a lemonade shandy.
Of bitter.
Oh, a pint.
Be up in the jiffy.
That'll be 2 and 3, please.
Thanks.
Keep...
Well, that's made me nice.
Oh, what has?
I'm coming to money. He's given me threepence. Thanks very much.
All right? What, is it all right?
Not bad,
This isn't hard.
isn't it?
You're cheerful, I must say.
Do I have to be?
Look, what's the matter?
Oh, it's not important.
In a minute, you had me thinking you didn't want to come out with me.
Now, you'd be dead right at that.
Why did you bother?
Well, for the simple reason, if I'd let you go on tooting, you'd have had the whole street out.
It's a nice pub, this.
Charming.
Look, Chris, tell me what it is I was supposed to have done.
All right, then I will. Whenever I go out with you, we never go anywhere, do we? It's either back street pubs or turn ninth with the dark at the Luxie, and you can't deny it. Well, we never go anywhere. Oh, you do when you're out with the lads, but not with me. I'm sick to death of hearing you telling me about those smashing nights out you have going round them little places in Cheshire with Peter and Derek. And don't think that I don't know why you don't take me, because I do.
Now, listen, Chris.
It's rude to interrupt. I work in a raincoat factory and I don't talk far back. You're frightened I'd show you up if we met someone.
I've never heard anything so stupid in all my life.
Yeah, well, it's true.
You're mad.
Yes. It runs in our family, or didn't you know that?
Do you know why I came round to see you tonight?
Nothing better to do, I suppose.
What are you doing on Wednesday night?
And what's it to you?
What's a rugby club dance?
Oh,
I'm asking you to come.
me?
Yeah, you.
Don't know what to say.
You just say you'll come, that's all.
Or would I have to wear evening dress?
It'll be better.
Oh. Well, when did you say it was? Next Wednesday?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll have to think about it.
Oh,
Are you okay?
you've run over me ginger nuts.
What? Oh. Well, I'm so sorry, but you just came out of nowhere. I didn't see you.
Well, tell it to the courts. I'm suing you for every penny you have. Load of face. I'm joking. It's completely my fault. I never looked. So if you two could just help me up a little bit.
Are you sure we should be moving you?
Well, look, I'm like the next man. I like to have a lie down, but I'm thinking perhaps in the middle of the street isn't the right place. Come on, you can do it.
Are you sure you didn't bump your head?
No, just a little bump, that's all.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh my God, you've broken your foot! Emma, I think that was already there. Oh yeah, cause what am I like?
Complete walking disaster by the sound of it. Who am I to talk? That's not helped the old war wound, has it?
We can take you to the hospital.
Oh, no, God, no.
But we really should get you checked out.
No! If I get within a mile of an hospital, my son won't let me out again. He likes to fuss. Although, if you could just drop me off home, I'd be much obliged.
Yeah, of course. Well, are you sure that you're okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Which is more than I can say for me ginger nuts.
We've got some visitors, Mrs. Sharple.
Oh, yes. Come on in. Come on in and sit you down. So, this is your mother, Tony.
I understand you wanted a word with me, Mrs. Sharple.
Yes, I did, and it was very good of you to come. And now I can't even offer you a cup of tea. Tony, would you like to run an errand for me? Nip and get me a quarter of tea from the shop at the corner of Coronation Street and Viaduct Street.
At this time?
Well, they're stock taking, but they'll open up if they know it's for me. And they know what sort I like. Off you go. Now.
You needn't have gone to all that bother, Mrs. Sharples. If you wanted a private talk, I could have sent Tony out for a little while. He's used to doing as he's told.
Yes, I've gathered that.
And before you start, Mrs. Sharples, I'd like you to know why I came here tonight. It wasn't because Tony wanted me to. I came because I thought perhaps you didn't understand the situation properly, and I ought to explain it. I'll be fair with you. I like to know what I'm up against, so I made a few inquiries. And from what I was told, you're not renowned for minding your own business.
All right, I'll admit that. But let's get one thing straight. It is not a question of knowing what you're up against. We're on the same side. We both want the best for the lad, at least I hope we do.
I'm sure we do, Mrs. Sharples. But that doesn't necessarily put us on the same side. Now, the point I want to make is this. However sincere you may be, I am Tony's mother, and the ultimate responsibility is mine. As I understand it, you want Tony to take up a musical career. I don't. And as far as I'm concerned, that's the end of it.
Why don't you?
I have my reasons, Mrs. Sharples, but I don't think they're anything of your business.
If they're worth having, I should have thought they were worth expressing.
I must say, you're living up to your reputation, Mrs. Sharples. All right. I suppose I do owe you something. You've shown some interest in my family, which is more than anyone else has done for a long, long time.
Go on.
Has Tony spoken of his father?
He said his father died when he was a baby. He said he never knew him.
No, he never knew him, but not because he died, Mrs. Sharples. Because he left us. He walked out when Tony was 7 months old, and I've never seen or heard of him since. He was a musician, Mrs. Sharples. He played the tenor saxophone in a dance band. Had more girlfriends than I ever knew about, and one of them became more important to him than either Tony or me. So he left us.
Well, that's good enough for you, is it? Like father, like son, is that what you're thinking?
I'm frightened, Mrs. Sharples. I'm frightened because I don't know how much of his character Tony has inherited from his father. You see, Phil, that was my husband, he had no ambition. He could have played for any orchestra in the country. But he chose a second-rate dance band because that was the life that he wanted to live. And I've told you what happened. I wouldn't want any other girl to go through what I did.
Well, if Tony was a lad like that, it wouldn't matter whether he was a musician or a bricklayer, would it?
Well, as a bricklayer, he wouldn't be faced by the same temptations, would he?
No, perhaps not. I think I can scrape enough tea together for a couple of cups.
I'm sure you can, Mrs. Sharples.
Of 6 5-minute rounds. 2 submissions, 2 balls or a knockout to decide the winner. And in the red corner, at 19 stone, 3 1/4 ounces, one of the most colourful and feared wrestlers in the ring today, Ian Campbell. And in the blue corner, making his debut tonight, and up to now undefeated, at 15 stone, 3 ounces.
He's more than that!
Our own Ogden the Terrible.
Got his lucky pixie. Oh, it does suit him, that way.
You know, he's got the look of Ackensmith, and he were a good one.
The referee for this contest, Dougie Rowe.
Well, that settles it. No more chips for him. You what? Well, look at him. He's got a right
hot on.
You don't want to worry about that now.
Ah, but I do. If he's going to start stripping off in public, he'll have to slim.
Game with a Boston crab to Ian Campbell.
Hey, Miss Kleinsner.
Impossible.
How'd it go?
Well, you'd never be on your feet. Look, it was a lucky hole.
You gave in a bit too soon there. That was me, a mid-hag.
Here, have a drink.
Oh, heck.
Oh, hello, Mr. Barlow. Detective Sergeant Phillips.
Oh, yes, that's right. I was expecting you. Come in.
Thank you.
Go through. This is a neighbour of mine, Mrs. Bishop, Detective Sergeant Phillips.
How do you do?
How do you do? I'll pop back later this evening, or Ernest, just to see if...
Yes, well, I'll be in. Do sit down.
Right, thank you. Very neighbourly, these streets, aren't they? I expect you get a lot of visitors.
Yes.
Right, well, I'll try and make this as painless as possible, Mr. Barlow. Now then, you found your wife in a bed, unconscious at about 8:30 this morning. You noticed a bottle of tablets on the bedroom floor, which you took to be sleeping pills, and there weren't many tablets in the bottle.
I didn't think there were any.
There were just a couple, as a matter of fact. You immediately phoned for an ambulance. Your wife was taken to Weatherfield General, where she was found to be dead. As a result of information laid before the police, Constable Maskell visited you at about 10 p.m. Is that correct, Sophie?
Yes.
Right. Oh, incidentally, your wife's name was Janet. It was just Janet, was it? Right. Well, I do have one bit of information for you, Mr. Barlow. I'd hardly call it news because I expect you suspected it anyway. But the post-mortem confirmed that your wife died of barbituric poisoning.
Yes, I did suspect that.
Yes, I thought you probably would. Now, you told Constable Maskell that you didn't know your wife was taking sleeping pills?
Yeah, that is correct, yeah.
Well, who's your doctor?
Well, I don't know who my wife's doctor was.
Oh?
Look, I don't think this has been explained properly. My wife and I were separated. We've been living apart now for nearly 3 years.
Oh, I see. That would explain why there were no clothes or possessions here.
Yes.
Yes. What was she doing here, then?
Well, she visited me yesterday, late afternoon, and I put her up for the night. She slept upstairs, and I slept down here. The rest, I think you know.
Oh, I see. I see. So, normally you live here alone?
Oh, no. You could say I lodge here with my uncle. Well, that's not strictly true. He's my first wife's uncle. I call him my uncle, Mr. Tatlock.
Ah, I see, yes. Well, he's not here at the moment, then?
No, he's in Glasgow.
I see. Right. So, you say that your wife, I'm talking about your second wife, came here yesterday afternoon?
Yes, yeah.
Well, presumably you had a chance to chat to her before she went up to bed.
Yes, I did.
How would you describe her manner? I mean, how was she emotionally?
Well, I'd say she was, depressed.
Are you sure that'll be enough? You can have some more if you want.
Auntie, don't embarrass me further, please.
No sooner said than
If
done.
I can survive till the afternoon, I have a feeling this day could become beautiful. 5 bobbies riches. Thanks, Auntie.
Gary,
Yeah?
don't call me Auntie, there's a good lad.
You are?
Yes, I suppose I am, that's as maybe, but don't call me that because... Well, I don't mind Grandma, but that word Auntie, well, it's a bit dusty, isn't it?
What do I call you then?
Well, seeing as you're just passing through, we'll settle for Elsie, eh?
Elsie it is then.
Okay. You know, the last time I saw you were about, let's see, about, 10 years old.
11, so my mother says. I don't remember you, though I'm, surprised.
Oh, your mother's all right then, is she?
Yeah, settling down quite well with her third husband.
Oh, that's Dennis's favourite subject. You should hear him on that.
Yeah, I'd like to meet him. Him and me should get on.
Aye, well, you never know your bad luck, do you? How's your sister?
I'm driving about half a dozen lads mad with passion.
Oh, lucky for her.
Should be the other way round.
Now, is it the same with you?
Oh, I have me fans and followers.
Yes, I bet you do, I know. Well, Gary, I shall have to be off. When you've finished, eat your meal up. When you've finished, pull the door to after you. And I'll write and tell Phyllis that you came.
Thanks very much. She likes to keep track of me. Pins little flags on the map.
Oh, I'm glad. Well, bye-bye, Gary, and come again, will you?
Tell me something, Elsie.
What?
Are you still the wild one of the family?
Not so as you'd notice. Why?
Just wondered.
Mr. Bannister? Hello? Roy Cropper. I rang earlier. Oh, yeah, you found it then? I'm grateful to you seeing me at short notice like this.
Yes, well, I could have come to see you later in the week, you know.
Yeah, I couldn't wait, I'm sorry.
No, well, anyway, I think it's a good thing for prospective customers to come and see the work for themselves, you know. You can't be too careful these days, can you? A lot of con men about, you know. Yeah, 3 weeks listening to Gardener's Question Time, a Titchmarsh library book, and they call themselves professionals. Yes. Anyway, I think if you want to know what a man can really do, you've got to see it with your own eyes.
That's what I thought.
Yes. So, what do you think then?
Oh, very, very nice.
Yes, well, if you'll just bear with me a minute. I've nearly finished.
Oh, of course.
The Merry Widow, she wants cauliflowers next summer, you know. I'll introduce you to her in a minute. Yeah, then you can get a glowing reference directly from the horse's mouth, as it were. And I do mean that quite literally. I mean, she's a lovely woman, but it's very hard to look her in the face without wanting to give her a carrot. You don't know her, do you?
No.
No. Yes, where did you get my number from? Was it one of my other customers?
It was Tracy Barlow. You might remember her as Tracy Preston.
She recommended me as a gardener?
I'm not here to talk about gardening, Mr. Bannister.
You're not her husband, are you?
No.
Well, I mean, I met her father.
Please, I'm not going to attack you.
Yeah, are you sure?
Promise you.
Why are you here, then?
To find out the truth.
Look, listen, there was a bit of a misunderstanding between me and Tracy, I admit that, but it cost me the best job I've ever had. The wife made me resign shortly afterwards, and look at me now, I'm self-employed, I've got 2 days a week here and another afternoon somewhere else. I'm barely scraping a living.
Look, I know that Tracy spent the night with you on at least one occasion.
So?
Forgive me for asking impertinent questions, but I do need to know. Did you and Tracy ever... Did you ever engage in activities of a carnal nature?
Well, we had a couple of beef burgers once.
Please, Mr. Bannister.
Listen, will you? I'm a red-blooded man, and if it's offered to you on a plate, which it is in my line of work sometimes, you know, now and again, you take the Lady Chatterley option, don't you? I mean, the Merry Widow there, sometimes I've got to fight her off with a rake. It's no hardship, but Tracy, well, she was a young, attractive woman, wasn't she?
So, you did.
A gentleman never says.
But you did.
Come on. We're both men of the world.
I see.
Hey, what's up? You all right?
There is something that you ought to know about Tracy.
Well, she's all right, isn't she?
She's pregnant.
I never touched her.
If you just sit there for a minute, I'll go and get him. He's upstairs in my room.
Oh, no hurry, love. I've got plenty of time, really.
Good. Well, would you like a drink?
What have you got?
We've got sherry and...
Oh, that'll do. Blimey, look at my feet. Cheers.
Cheers. All the way down London and back just after one job, eh?
Oh, well, that's show business, isn't it, dear?
Oh, yeah, I know.
I think they like me, though.
Oh, I'll bet they did. You've got... You know, you've got what it takes.
Do you think so, Dennis?
Oh, we all think so down at club. Dozens of members wanted to meet you when you'd done your act, you know.
Ah, they always do.
Oh, they liked you a lot.
Let's just say they like something about me, shall we?
Were it worth rushing down there for that job?
No. We want straight dancers and posers. I gave that up ages ago. I mean, there's nothing to it, dear. There's no future.
No, I suppose not.
You gotta have that something special, like what I got. Even then, sometimes they don't want you.
Oh, they don't know nothing, some of them.
Maybe not. Don't do you no good telling them that. They're the ones what are handing out the job, see?
Yeah.
If you've got that something, you've just got to sit there and wait for the right person spotting it.
I think it's rotten, them not wanting your full act.
Oh, I just said, thank you very much, Mr. Gordon, I said. I don't do straight stripping anymore. I've got my own speciality act now.
What did he say?
Nothing. Oh, well, love. I guess he's not going to be the one, is he?
No, he's not. I think you're terrific.
I think you're rather nice, too.
Yeah. Well, I'll go and get him.
Did you live here with your parents?
Just me, ma'am.
Oh.
Yeah, my dad packed it in years ago.
Oh, poor Dennis. Oh.
Oh, I don't mind, really. Not having a father has its advantages.
Oh, naughty. Oh.
Well, I'll go and get him then, shall I?
Whew. Oh, that was right on cue, dear, anyway. Who the hell are you when you're at home? My professional name is La Composita. Oh, and may I ask what your profession is? Is that a crack, dear? Who are you, anyway? Who's asking? Now, look, this is my house, and I...
You've met me, ma'am.
Oh, my pleasure, dear.
I think he's okay. He seems to me to be having a kip. I mean, he's resting.
So shall I be if I don't turn up with him for rehearsal tomorrow? Oh, yes, he's all right. Oh, Dennis, must be off now.
Well, come with you to Connaught Road, shall I?
Oh, I think I'd better have a taxi.
Well, I'll ring for one then.
Ring?
Yeah, I'll use the one at pub. Ma'am, have you got fourpence?
No, but I'd like
No.
to know... Oh, thank you. Oh, sweet man. Oh, come on, Dennis. Bye.
Good night, love.
There's no point you stopping, love.
I keep telling him to go home and make himself a good breakfast.
Breakfast?
You must be joking.
You might just as well have gone home and got some sleep. Flipping contractions. Not had a proper one for ages now.
Is it always like this?
Oh, stop worrying. She's perfectly all right.
Hang on.
There we are. Good girl. Lovely. A few more like that and we'll be getting somewhere. How about you?
I'm just going to have a wash.
I'll go off and have one then. You sit there dreaming all day if I let you, wouldn't you? Did you sleep any better last night?
Yes, thanks.
I don't see how she could have done with me moaning and groaning all night.
You should be used to it after 3 weeks, and the other ward is just the same.
3 weeks?
My blood pressure's a bit high.
Yes, you go and have that wash and freshen yourself up, all right?
I wish she wasn't so flaming cheerful.
Well, it's just an ordinary day for her, isn't it?
I'm sorry.
Eh?
About last night. I shouldn't have left you.
Gadding off dancing.
Leaving you to get the ambulance on your own. I should never have gone.
Well, it was my idea. And you didn't know I was going to start, did you? Hey, what time is it?
7:30.
24th of January, 1977.
What about it?
Her birthday, I hope.
His birthday.
Saracen's looking good. I'm going to ride him every single day now until term starts.
Are they going to live here?
They can't. I've got a business to run.
How do you get on with them?
It was weird at first. I mean, even though he's my granddad, I've only actually known him about a year. He's all right when you get to know him.
She's a bit over the top, isn't she?
That's okay. She can be a hoot at times. I like her.
All the same, it must be weird, living in a pub.
It's not like here, that's for sure. I met this girl today. She was the daughter of one of their neighbours.
And what's she like?
Quite pretty. She hadn't got a clue, though. I asked her if she'd ever been riding, and she said yes. On a donkey at Blackpool Sands.
A yob, you mean?
It's all right for you. You'd have to live there.
Nor do you.
No. I don't know, Belinda. Why did it happen?
Right, Vicky, love. It's time we were off.
Goodbye.
No. You know we can't leave you here on your own, love.
You don't have to. You can drop me off at Mrs. Cooper's and she'll come back with me.
Now, look, Victoria, for the last time...
It's all right, Alec.
No, it's not all right. Can't stand here arguing the toss all night. I've got a pub to see to.
What do you reckon, Belinda? They're both as stubborn as each other, aren't they? I'll tell you what. Let's go back inside. I've got a suggestion to make.
Look where Eileen got to.
What time do you have to be at the pub?
Oh, not till later on tonight.
Oh.
I didn't realise we had that long.
Oh, no, we've not. No, I'm due back at the factory in a bit.
Oh, that's right. You said you've got 2 jobs. Yeah. You're not struggling, are you?
Oh, no, I always pay my rent.
Well, you were independent from the start. What do you know about what happened?
Only what my mum told me. That you met Maggie. So, what about you? Are you still doing things with lorries and vans? And...
Yeah. I'd go into detail, but people tend to glaze over. Even for myself, man.
So, I was a bit upset at my Auntie Betty's funeral.
Well, that's understandable. You were always a favourite.
Yeah, but I should have left it. I shouldn't have come round to see you so soon after. I'm not expecting anything.
I'm not the bloke you think I am.
That's okay. There's 2 sides to every story.
That's right. So what time you got to be at work?
Oh, it doesn't matter if I'm a few minutes late.
No. Look, I should let you go. I don't want to cause you any trouble.
I'd like to do this again, but for longer. Because the way I remember it, we were mates before you left.
We were?
I just want to get to know my dad again.
I know. I know.
Listen, I hope my daughter doesn't come in and find us like this.
16, they're like Columbus, aren't they? I think they're the first person to discover it.
America?
No. Sex.
Well, I hope she's not discovering too much about it right now.
She wouldn't be shocked, you know. You just think she would.
She would be horrified.
What? Doesn't know her mother can be a real animal, you know?
Well, I've been trying to keep it from her. In fact, I've been trying to keep it from myself for years, and I usually succeed.
You didn't fool me.
That's because you're nothing but an animal. Stop it, she'll come in.
No. Just send her on holiday.
Well, she just go and stay with her dad sometimes.
Sometimes. Hey, what about tonight?
No, I don't think we could manage that.
Yeah, we could put a note on the door. Dear Tracy, go to your dad.
Oh, yeah, very discreet.
Do we have to be discreet?
Around here, you have to be.
Hey, you come home dinner times, though, don't you?
Yeah?
Well, then, if you left the back door on the latch, I could be down the alleyway. Very discreet.
Dinner time?
Yeah, it's a great time.
That is depraved. Dinner time? I mean, when it's not gone dark or anything.
Yeah, better confess. I don't turn the lights out anyway.
You close your eyes, though. I mean, you do close your eyes.
Nope.
You animal. oh. Is that you, Tracy?
Well, it sounds like it, doesn't it?
Oh, you're back early.
Oh, I hope I'm not spoiling anything.
Lucille, dear, there's another lettuce under the draining board. You will have more salad, won't you, Roger?
No, thank you, Mrs. Walker.
A little more cheese, perhaps?
No, I've got enough, thank you.
Doesn't seem much, does it? Just cheese and lettuce. There really isn't much more you can eat.
Well, there's some packets of nuts and raisins in the bar.
Jack.
Oh, they're very nutritious, Mrs. Walker. I often eat them, but I've had enough, thank you. It was very kind of you to ask me.
Oh, not at all. Any friend of Lucille's is a friend of ours.
How's this play of yours going on, lad?
Oh, very well, Mr. Walker. It's not a difficult play to learn.
The Way of the World by William Congreve.
Can't say I've ever heard of it.
It's a comedy.
Oh, is it? I like a good laugh. Is it don't like them Whitehall farces?
No, of course it isn't, Jack. It's much deeper than that sort of thing. You know, when it comes to the arts, I'm afraid that my husband and I have very different tastes. Actually, I once studied for the theatre.
Oh, then you'll be familiar with the neoclassics.
Oh, she's always on about them.
I prefer Congreve, though he's indebted to Molière. Wouldn't you say so, Mrs. Walker?
Oh, well, yes.
His plot structure may lack cohesion, but his characterizations are so clear-cut.
Exactly what my wife said many a time.
Do you think Congreve's Miniment compares favourably with Meredith's Diana?
Well, Annie?
Well, there's so much one could say, isn't there? More tea, anybody?
Stan! Come on!
Got it, Mr. Ferguson. Here it is. What's the game, then?
Oh, cheers. Oh. Tell you later, old son.
All right.
No time to lose. It's here. Hang on. I've got it here. It's alive. There. Give them that.
What is it?
It's the preservation order.
Honest? Oh, well done, Dougie.
It's a kind of preservation order.
It's the only kind we've got. Go on, Ken.
Go on, Mr. Big. Go on, Ken.
Okay.
Go on.
Now, where's that come from?
Just turned up.
Sergeant! No chance. I'm not listening to any more excuses.
I don't want you to listen. I just want you to read that.
Oh, it's going to be flipping midnight.
That is a preservation order on this street obtained for us by Northern Heritage.
Obtained? Who from?
Well, from the courts where you got your injunction.
This time of night.
And it was obtained earlier. It's just taking time to arrive.
So, after everything you've seen today, there's going to be a few changes around here, then?
That's what they keep telling me, that the Rovers is just right for ripping everything out and transforming.
No. Well, folk have gone mad.
I have my doubts about this.
All right, I can assure you.
It's from the courts.
So you say. All right, it's Friday night. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm advising Mr. Swift here to withdraw his men for the time being. Then we'll see how your preservation order stands up when the courts open on Monday.
Thank you. Thank you.
We did it!
Have you seen Haley?
All right, listen, you can lecture.
She's gone already. I was on your side. I was working on the Guys, whatever it was, did the trick, eh?
Oh, just in the nick of time.
So can I get going then? Only I'm missing the worst Christmas do.
Oh, Stanley and I thought you always dressed like that. Go on. Oh, hang on, Stanley. A little extra in your wages. Call it a Christmas bonus.
Nice one, Mr. Ferguson. It's not true what they say about you. See ya. Merry Christmas, everybody!
Oh, a happy ending. I don't believe it.
You did.
I'm from the Government Audit Department for my sins.
Would you like a biscuit?
Oh, believe it or not, I go to Weight Watchers. I only started going to keep Mother company. You know, she's ballooned since the dicky hip. But my motto is in for a penny, in for a pound. No, I just dropped by to notify you, Mr... Oh, is it Mullaney or Mullaney?
Mullaney.
Typical. That's another bet that Mother's won. To notify you that I will be doing an on-the-spot audit of streetcars.
Right.
Panicky not. All you have to do is organise your books and your receipts and your bank statements, etc. I love that phrase. And send them in to me for an, or what I like to call an assessment.
Okay, I'm really organised.
Like Mother. Every Daniel O'Donnell CD in discographic and date order. I say, Mother, if only everybody were as organised as you. She says, Clive, it's a rarity. I bet Mr. Cameron hasn't got his underpants arranged in colour-coordinated sections. And I, Mr. Mullaney, am inclined to agree.
Oh, Audrey, you managed it. Come in. Did you find it all right? Yes. Audrey works in the library at Archer Street. I'll put the kettle on. It stopped raining.
I didn't even know it started.
Well, not what you might call raining, really. Just more like spitting. Brian's a great reader, too. Can I put it on? Yes, of course. Audrey and I met at night school. Oh, I love this. It's one of my favourites. You'll think I'm daft, but it always reminds me of summer. And bees humming and walks round the cricket field.
Does it? I've never seen it like that before.
Oh, haven't you?
No, it always makes me think of winter and snow and ice.
Oh, it's funny.
Hello, Grandma. Where's the toffee tin? Where's your manners? Hey, take your cap off and give your Grandma a kiss. Leslie Morgan's only 8 and he doesn't have to kiss his Grandma.
Well, I'm sure I want no kisses as is begrudged. You haven't told me yet what's up with you. Are you expecting again?
No.
Oh, I see. It's the old trouble.
Well, I'll have to be going, Mother, because I promised to meet Sissy Maxwell outside the infirmary.
Why, she got it too?
Oh, no. She's just coming with me.
What for?
Well, you always take somebody with you when you go to hospital, don't you?
I don't. Sissy Maxwell would be far better spending more time on her windows. The last time I went down their street, I couldn't see into the front room. Sissy Maxwell's windows must be ingrained.
Oh, I don't know how long I'll be. You know, they keep you hanging round.
Not me, they don't.
Now then, just you behave yourself. And don't go mothering your Grandma about that Shirley Bassey, because she won't even know you're talking about. Oh, he goes on about her morning, noon and night. You'll be all right with Grandma now, won't you? Be a good boy. Oh, we'll have to run, Mother. I'm late now. Ta-da!
Ta-ta. Who's Shirley Bassey?
Hello.
You've said that before.
I know. Can I get the toffee tin?
You stay where you are. Now then, tell me what your daddy's been saying about you since the last time I saw you.
Very much.
Hiya, stranger. Hi, what you joined?
Nothing yet.
Hey, fancy free-fall parachuting?
No, thank you.
Could be allowed.
Could be fatal.
Well, hello. We meet again. Stuart Haley. Lost on the steps? Environmental studies?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
I can see I made a lasting impression.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit zonked out today.
Yeah, me as well. Look, how do you fancy a sit down and a cup of coffee?
Oh, I'm sorry, I've got to go.
What, right now?
I'm afraid so, yeah.
Oh, come on, Jenny, just 10 minutes.
Really, I've got to go, really.
How about later then? All go for a drink, maybe?
Yeah, great idea.
Another time, eh?
That's a shame.
Well, I'll see you later. See you.
Yeah, okay.
Bye, Jenny.
Come on, it's 10 o'clock. I've got work to go to. Come on, it's time you were up and out.
What's all the push about, love?
I told you. I've got work to go to. I've been off all week. If I don't go in this morning, I stand a chance of losing my job.
Never spoil a good night out by rushing off to work next morning, love. I never do.
Oh, you do work, do you?
Well, I've nothing better on.
Oh, you're dead lucky, you are.
No, just good at what I do. Stick a shovel in my hand, I'll dig through solid rock for you. There aren't many of us about since muscle were mechanised.
Oh, fancy that. Well, I'm going now.
Well, off you toddle then if it's going to make you feel any better. Myself, I feel a bit lucky today, like I could win a few quid.
Well, I want you out of here as well.
Hmm?
I want you out of here now.
Come on, Elsie, love, have heart. I haven't had my breakfast yet. I could eat a dead donkey.
You surely don't expect me to start cooking
Yes, I was expecting like a little reward. But I can do it myself, don't fret. Have you got any bacon in?
My God, you weren't behind the door when they were dishing out cheap, were you?
Well, you should know, love, if anybody does.
I prefer you out of here.
And I'd prefer it if I had some breakfast, love. I'm a growing lad.
There's some bacon in the fridge in there.
Thanks. I'll only have a couple of rashers. I'm not greedy. Well, give us a kiss, ta-ra, then. When are we going to have another night out?
We're not.
Oh. Didn't you enjoy yourself or something? You give every impression that you did. You've changed your tune, haven't you, love? Forgotten last night, have you? You got a very poor memory.
I was drunk last night.
Yeah, I think I must have been as well, seeing you in broad daylight.
You pig.
Oh, stop giving me all these compliments, love.
Hey, I forgot to ask, have you got any eggs?
Oh, pie, you don't get much, do you? You don't get much.
It's very well presented, though.
Aye, so's blue pizza. Look, I've got leaves. Leaves on my plate, leaves. Chef's left back door open. Must have blown on. Leaves. Look at this.
What are you looking for?
Me meat. I need a magnifying glass. Where's he gone? What?
Nothing.
It's good to hear you laugh. You know, I've never heard you laugh much before. Saying that, I suppose you've not had much for to laugh about, have you? Being married to a bigamist. You must have looked back and thought, what a stupid fool. When you found out, you must have thought, how thick have I been? What an idiot. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I've got a big mouth. My mum's always saying that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I won't upset you.
It's all right.
I didn't think.
Anyway, you're right. I did feel like an idiot.
Well, you shouldn't have done. Because it's him that's the idiot, you know. Because he had you. And he didn't think you were enough. Well, you'd be enough for me. You know, I don't know what his other wife were like, but I'll tell you something, she wouldn't have been a patch on you.
Thank you. That's a lovely thing to say.
That's because I'm speaking from here. I fancied you for ages, you know. I always knew he weren't right for you.
Yeah, well, you were right. But I thought he was. And you're right, yeah. I was a stupid fool for not seeing what was going on under my nose, but that's me, you see. I find a fella that I really like, and I just see what I want to see. I loved him. And the sad thing is, part of me still does. part of me will always love him. Oh, I'm really sorry. You must think I'm bad company.
No, I don't. I don't at all. I think you're beautiful. They broke the mould when they made you, Shelley Unwin. You know, I've been saving for weeks for it come here. And now we're here. Well, it's worth every penny. He's got to be coming back with some veg.
I've not come empty-handed.
I see. Do you always travel a barometer?
Oh, weather's his big passion. He buys 5 daily newspapers sometimes so he can work out the average forecast.
It's as well to know what to expect, especially if you're a cyclist.
And are you a football fan as well?
Is he yet?
Well, what's the scar for?
Oh, he goes on plenty of football excursions, but just for the ride.
It's a cheap way of getting about the country.
It's a flaming dangerous way and all.
There you are. There's my contribution to the household.
Could you spare it? Sticking plasters.
He gets through more of them than 8 cracked ribs. You'll understand why when you've had him with you a bit.
No, I haven't said I'm going to have him with me yet.
Where can I put this stuff, then?
Back in your saddlebag, I would suggest.
You don't want me to stop, then?
No, I don't. I've got quite enough with her.
Ta-ra, Bernard.
Well, it's funny how one sister can be so much wrong about another sister.
What are you blathering about?
Watch him, Elsie. He's not as simple as he looks.
Well, number of times my mother said, if aught happens to me, you go straight to our Elsie. She'll look after you.
Just listen to the big lie.
If she said it once, she said it scores of times.
But there's nothing wrong with your mother.
She's in dock, isn't she?
Put your things in the front room. There's a spare bed in there. I shall make it up later.
Oh, thanks very much, Auntie Elsie. Thanks. Oh, I said, do you mind if I knock a nail in the wall for my barometer, like?
No, feel completely free.
You've been conned, you know.
Yeah, for the second time today.
All right, Mum. Tell him that all is forgiven.
Ah, I knew you'd say it that way, sure. Mind you, it was very wrong of him to run into debt like that, but I'll see it doesn't happen again. Just you leave him to me.
Hey, Mum, you've not paid me for that jam yet.
Oh, hey, and I've got it right here in my hands. There you are,
Thank
love.
you.
I'll see you after then, eh? Yes.
I hope your back's better.
Oh, yes.
Right now, what do you want as if I didn't know?
I'll give you 3 guesses.
I don't need 3 guesses. It's wrote all over your face. 2 pence a dollar. It's just right, Sunday. Why should you...
Oh, come off it, Gail. Me mate here's in love.
Oh.
I wish you'd give it a rest. He couldn't sleep all last night for thinking about your friend. I had a couple of nightmares about you and all.
Oh, wasn't that funny? I woke up screaming myself.
Right. Just off to the bank.
Oh, all right, then.
I want to get there before the
Yes,
small change queue
okay,
starts.
yes.
Oh, look, if Cookhouse's phone, tell him we won't want her until next week.
All right, then.
See ya.
Right.
Who's the funny fella?
It's our Dave, that. It's my big brother, there.
Oh. All this in the family, then, is it?
Yes, it is. Now, come on, if you don't mind. I've got work to do.
Oh, don't you want your compact back,
I
then?
do, yes. Give it me.
Oh, I am sorry. I don't happen to have it with me at the moment. I can have it tonight, though. About 7:30, that little pub on corner, all right?
You're a right tricky-dicky, you, aren't you?
All right, then.
Well, I don't seem to have much option, do I?
Oh, Casanova here says, will you bring your friend for witness?
Oh, I won't be able to keep her away if she knows he's coming. Do you know, she said that if you didn't talk so much, you'd be perfect.
See you, gorgeous.
Likewise, I'm sure.
I think you find you're going to be well satisfied, Mr. Newell. I took it for a run myself this morning, and that gearbox, it's as sweet as a nut. The only sound you're going to hear now is the sound of yourself thinking.
I'll tell you how I'd be more satisfied.
How?
When I get my bill, I find out you've knocked the cost of that bloke's taking my car out for the night. And I want some compensation for the aggro, calling the police and that. I reckon 50 quid will cover it.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
You'll do better than that if you want to keep me custom. These are all my mates as well, you know. They won't be very happy to find out the cars have been taken out joyriding while you've got them.
Well, it's first time it's happened. And the last.
Sorry I'm a bit late, Ron. The flaming bus didn't come.
I want to see you.
Is that him, then, eh? Demon driver?
Ah, that's it.
Well, I hope he's got a shot coming to him.
He has.
You know, I prefer it, Ron, if you come out on a run with me, just to make absolutely sure he hasn't blown engine up. He looks that sort, does that look?
Tell you what, I'd be glad to go home tonight.
What's she like then, this new woman?
Oh, cut above. You know the type. Oh, oh, what's my bra strap's just gone. I'll just have to nip into the back.
Pint of bitter, gin and tonic, please, sir.
Oh, I'll just be 1 minute.
Customer one serving, Shelley.
I know, I've just got to nip into the back.
Customer first, that's the golden rule, isn't it?
Is it? Well, it wasn't the golden rule last night, was it?
I'm sorry?
It wasn't a case of customers always come first when you threw poor old Norris out, was it?
Don't be insolent, dear.
All he did was complain because you'd spilt your wine all over the bar. You shouldn't have barred him.
Oh, is that your opinion? Is that the opinion of the bitter little barmaid who kidded herself that she could run a pub on her own? Don't think I don't know you, because I do. You must have a very deluded opinion of yourself if you thought you ever had a hope of Mr. Elliot making you landlady.
You can't speak to me like that.
Yes, I can.
Don't give it satisfaction, Shell.
And that's enough from you.
Who do you think you are?
I don't know who she thinks she is, but I'll tell you what she is. She's a jumped-up madam who is trying to take a good friend of mine for a ride.
How dare you? What exactly are you inferring?
Oh, and you can drop that high and mighty act for a start. Not intimidated by the likes of you. You might have been able to pull the wool over Fred's eyes, but some of us can see right through you.
Hear, hear.
Look, love, this is a nice little pub. We come in here to meet as friends, have a quiet drink. All your airs and graces just don't fit in here.
I know your game. You're jealous.
Jealous?
Jealous of how close Frederick and I have become. You've had your eye on him and on this place for ages. That's it, isn't it? Am I right?
You're deluded. I don't have to listen to you.
No, you don't. You can get out. Go on. You're barred.
You can't bar me.
Oh, yes, I can. Go on, clear off. And what are you two looking at? Eh?
Big mistake, love. You've just made a big mistake.
Talk about a damp squib.
Don't be silly.
In a state of shock, are we? I mean it, you know. I love you. And I want to marry you. Well, say something, anything.
Thank you.
But
no thank you.
Not reciprocated, then, my affection.
Affection, yes. Love, no.
Well, at least you're honest.
There's no other way to be.
No, I suppose not. Anyway, I tried. Bit long in the tooth, am I? Is that it? Why, then?
Look, Ken, you're my kind of bloke, but that's as far as it goes.
Wasn't that a start?
No.
Look, I don't see why I have to be quite so dogmatic about this.
Look, Ken, at the risk of sounding cool...
Well, it's a courtly situation, isn't it? I mean, proposals are.
I'm very honoured that you asked me to marry you. Really, I am. Partly because... Well, it was a surprise. I had no idea how you felt. And partly because women like getting proposed to. Though there's not many that would admit it nowadays.
Happens to you often, does it?
Once or twice.
And you turn them down?
Yes.
Hard to please or just not interested in marriage?
I'm not interested, no.
It's not all that bad an institution.
I was trying to explain.
Oh, just forget it.
I want to explain.
No, there's no reason to explain. I mean, you've not exactly given me any... Well, you've never given me any reason to hope.
Oh, don't be bitter.
I'm sorry, but I feel bitter.
You're not being fair now.
Perhaps not.
Can I try again, please?
You were saying how honoured you were.
And I mean it. But I'm not ready for marriage. I haven't even thought about it. Well, not seriously. I mean, I'm a woman and I dream.
Well, men can dream too, you know, and have them broken beyond repair.
Now, you're not asking me to feel sorry for you, are you? Because that's not a basis for anything.
Of course not.
It's as simple as this, Ken. I don't love you. Love never even crossed my mind. You're just a colleague of my father's. Though a cut above average, I might say.
Thanks.
And I'd like to be friends.
Friends?
Yes, Ken, friends. Because that's all I can offer.
Trouble is, I have a lot of friends. Right. I'll just take your pulse again now you've settled down a bit. You know, there's nothing in the world to get excited about.
Oh, well, she always was excitable, you know.
Oh, shut up, Mum.
Well, you are, aren't you? You know you are.
Well, he doesn't want to know that.
I do so. Everything you tell me helps my diagnosis, providing you tell me in time. The more you can help me, the more I can help you. It's as simple as that.
Will it be all right, Doctor?
Oh, yes, it's just overexcitement, nothing more. But you know, you'll have to stop it, Mrs. Tversky. You'll just have to stop it. We can't have you fainting all over the place in your condition.
The doctor is right.
What do you know about it, Ivan Tversky?
Maybe more than you think, Mrs. Tversky. Some doctors have an instinct about these things. I mean, some husbands.
Will you call again, Doctor?
For heaven's sake, stop fussing.
Well, now, supposing Mrs. Tversky calls on me tomorrow at the surgery and we'll have a thorough check-up, eh?
Doctor, I was wondering, are there any good books you can recommend?
Good books, Mrs. Tam.
Oh, I know it sounds funny. Not for me, for her. I brought two up, I know, but that's some time ago.
22 years, to be exact.
All right.
22? I don't believe it.
You needn't rub it in, anyway. No, I was just thinking, you know, if she could read them, all these up-to-date methods, if you could recommend them, you know. I mean, I brought me two up myself, but I've managed.
Well, there are one or two I could recommend. I'll write them down for you, eh?
Well, thank you very much, Doctor. You know, I think these clinics are marvellous things with all these injections and everything. My friend Dorothy Greenhouse was telling me about them. They take all the worry off your mind. I mean, it's enough to be having a baby without all the bibs and bobs, isn't it?
It's me that's having it.
All right, you needn't remind me.
Just so long as we know.
Oh, it makes you wonder why you have them, doesn't it, Doctor?
These might not be funny, but they're clean. Lancashire lad went down to the Labour Exchange. He said, is any work in? He said, certainly. What would you want to paint 100-foot chimney? He said, 100-foot brush. Irishman coming down this garden path with 16 dustbins under this arm, 14 dustbins under this arm, 12 dustbins on his head, 6 dustbins on this shoulder, 4 dustbins on this shoulder. And the foreman said, it's marvellous how you do that. How do you do that? He said, I just put my lips together like that and go. Two lunatics out for the weekend arranged to meet each other in Market Street, Manchester, and one arrives in a big roll silver cloud. His mate said, where have you got that? Oh, he said, what a time I've had, he said. I'm going up the main Rochdale Road here. He said, this bird pulls up, tripping with mink, jewellery, the lot. Fabulous bit of gear. She said, do you fancy the moors for an hour? He said, I do. So I got in. She took me right on the moors, pulled the car up. We got out, lay on the grass. She took her knickers off. She said, you can have what you want now, so I took it. The other lunatic said, you're not a bad judge, because her knickers might not have fit you.
You'll think that she's this, but you'll find that she's that. For she'll play like a kitten, but fight like a cat. One day she will, and the next day she won't. But just when you think she will, that's just when she don't. I bungled it in last night at the Oil Drum Works. Went a bomb.
What, with Herbie on the iron lung? Got fingers like ham rolls. He only busks in sea when he's not playing in the crack.
Ah, no, he can't read the dots, but he followed me all right. I've got a tenner for 2 spots and a return date. Can't be bad.
Hey, the barman said to come up.
Yeah, welcome any time, old lad. Hey, don't tell me you've written another song.
I've got a little belter in the pipeline now.
Great, let's have the dots.
Aye, well, it's in my head, you see, the tune. The melody line's in my head. I'll bring it round when it's polished up.
We shall have to see about improving our association, Stanley.
What, more money?
Well, I mean, if I make it with your gear, we could be another Bert and Marlene, couldn't we?
Eh?
Bert and Marlene. Bacharach and Dietrich, you nut.
Hey, how much do you think a big hit would fetch?
Well, top merchants make thousands, don't they? You write another White Christmas, you can buy Ireland to keep your cars in.
I'll bring it round here as soon as it's finished. Oh, no chance of an advance, is there?
Bit short, are you?
Well, I can't work proper without a few gargles, you know.
Oh, well, you're in a bit of luck, because I've had a good week. I did 3 rubbers Saturday night. Rubbers, rubber dubs, clubs. Here's 5 onces, all right? And if it's a winner, it'll be worth it. And there'll be more to come, Stanley.
It will be, don't worry.
It had better be. We have ways of getting our money back, you know.
Hey, Dougie. Tell Tyrone about your mistress.
Mistress?
Nothing that I like to talk about more.
Well, there's no need. Don't really want to know about things like that.
Oh, his wife's okay with it.
Yeah, she's very understanding. She knows I have a passion, an itch, if you like, and every now and again, I've got to scratch it.
Sounds like a very modern relationship.
Oh, he does it 3 times a year.
Really? Well, I don't think you should be bragging about it.
Actually, it makes the marriage stronger.
Really? So where is she then, this mistress?
She's all around you.
What?
It's nature.
What?
His mistress is the outdoors. His wife don't like camping.
Yeah, very funny.
Every man must pursue his passion.
Yeah, whatever you say.
So does your Caitlin like it here, then?
Yeah. Gives us a chance to have a bit of daughter-dad time. Away from the city, away from the noise. Get out in the countryside, the peace and quiet. It's only out here that you can really hear yourself think.
Oh, sorry. I thought I saw some ants.
He still cuts a dash, doesn't he?
You think so?
Yes, for an old boy.
Ever so distinguished.
It's a disgrace, you know. The London literary scene wouldn't recognise the power of the imagination if it smacked them in the cerebral cortex. It's a conspiracy. I blame Melvyn Bragg. The only critic I've any time for is German Greer, and she's a party crasher.
Has Melvyn started writing a column in Woman's Own, then?
Oh, my apologies. I will pay for the magazine.
No, I wouldn't dream of it. I'll see to it.
What was in it to upset you?
These people, they fail to realise that every book published by another is a knife in the very soul of someone like me, even though it's a penny dreadful whose concepts stretch no further than consumerism and coitus.
There's no need to take it so personally, Mel.
My dear, sweet Emily, it's the only way I can take it. Life is visceral, you know, it's immediate. You've got to feel it here. Or you might as well turn up your toes this instant.
He does get himself worked up, doesn't he?
You should have seen me when I was young. I was a firebrand, mellowed with the years.
This is mellowed.
I'm a veritable pussycat these days, meow
Oh. Still got a set of claws, though.
Audrey, you are the very woman I wish to see.
Oh.
I'm looking for advice on local hair touzlers. Attention must be paid to the hutch-right locks.
Well, look, I can give you a trim, lovey.
You're a ladies' salon, surely.
No, unisex. We're very modern.
I go to Audrey's.
Just give me half an hour, and I can fit you in today.
Oh, thank you. Bless you. Perfection.
I've been dying to get my hands on your crowning glory. Looks like a real challenge.
Not for someone as skilled as you, I'm sure.
What's that, a smile? Would you run over a cat on the way here or something?
The smile is for the screws, so they think I actually like coming here to see you. I don't. It's risky.
Yeah, well, sometimes I like to see the whites of your eyes. Give me some news, come on.
The kid is on his way.
Simon?
Yeah, of course, Simon.
You've seen him?
Nope. Well, he'll come. I have no doubts.
You put your house on it?
Yeah, if I had one.
Your life? Or you make Meter's life? Hey? Come on, how sure you're talking?
I'm sure. And I'll work out what to do when he shows. You can start planning your next move.
No, I know my next move, me. Huh? I'll make sure that kid don't talk. Only can't talk. Hey, listen, once I'm out, I'm going to take you shopping. Get some posh new clothes, new car, whatever you fancy. Now, I was losing patience with you. You've done good. Might even buy you a little prezi for that old lady you rinsed. What do you reckon she'd want? Hey? Set of new Cheetos.
Be right back after the news for round 2 of Mr. and Mrs. Weatherfield.
Sponsored by Newsco.
Stay tuned. Can you not do that, mate?
It's called branding. Congratulations and jubilations, quizzers. A valiant attempt.
We're useless.
And my brain turns to mush.
That's the beauty, stroke curse, of LIVE radio. Lean in, quizzers. As Colin mentally flicks through his Rolodex of possible questions.
Well, we wouldn't want to cheat, Colin.
No, but a steer in the right direction will be welcome.
Ah, where I steer you, my sat-nav might read Destination Cheddar Gorge. But then again, it could have read Leicester.
Oh, cheese, please, Louise.
That's more like it, yeah.
That's right up Huguenot.
Then, as Colin leaves his 2 secret faves to smash it, he heads back over to the studio manager for classic bants.
Is Is he in?
Yeah, he's just having his dinner. Will you go through?
Fraternal greetings, Brother Ogden. My name's Dickinson. You can call me Charlie.
How do you do?
Mr. Dickinson was painting his parlour stand, but he dropped everything when he heard you was in dispute.
Right, order of business. Item 1, presentation of qualifications. Left-hand side of the cranium. You feel that bump?
He had a bit of a duck egg, isn't it?
Policeman's truncheon. Outside the dock gates, 1920. I tell no lie.
Mind you, Stan's not contemplating anything too Millicent.
Down near the back of the skull. Slight indentation, about 3/4 of an inch. You got it?
Oh, that's nasty, isn't it?
Bradford Colliery. Assaulted by a scab. Fought and won full compensation. Right now, brother. Bona fide is accepted. Do I get first shout?
Oh, aye. You're elected, yes. Sit down.
Yeah.
Right, let's get to work.
Yeah.
Ought to strike, as we say in the trade. All right, then go on. Fill me in with the issue.
Well, I've got my notes here, see. It's Fairclough and Langton.
Them two house wreckers he works for.
They are exploiting my capacity to produce.
He comes home worn out and sleeps like a log.
Excessive norms.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say that.
The way they treat me, it's an insult to the dignity of labour.
He has to take his own tea and sugar.
Yeah, and they use it for their brew.
Real grassroots stuff, this.
I asked them for a productivity deal. And what do?
Hid the key to the water closet.
Oh, lockout, eh?
And I'm subject to continual verbal abuse.
They swear at him and all.
All right, meeting to order. I'm in the chair. Procedure. Draw up demands, present them for endorsement. And I tell you, lad, if your gaffers start to get awkward, I'm going to make the general strike look like a dowager's tea party.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Dennis Tanner?
Yes.
Jennifer Louise Sutton?
Yes.
Oh, first of all, may I welcome you to my office, which has been duly sanctioned, according to law, for the celebration of marriage. Will you stand, please? Just the bride and groom. Thank you.
Sorry.
Who has the ring?
Me. I have.
Would you place it on the cushion, please? Before joining you in matrimony, it's my duty to remind you both of the solemn and binding character of the vows you're about to make. Marriage, according to the law of this country, is the union of one man with one woman, voluntarily entered into for life, to the exclusion of all others. You understand? Right. Now, Dennis, repeat this declaration after me. I do solemnly declare.
I do solemnly declare.
That I know not of any lawful impediment.
That I know not of any lawful impediment.
Why I, Dennis Tanner.
Why I, Dennis Tanner.
May not be joined in matrimony.
May not be joined in matrimony.
To Jennifer Louise Sutton.
To Jennifer Louise Sutton.
Fine. Now, Jennifer. Or do people call you Louise?
Jenny. Jennifer.
Right. I do solemnly declare.
I do solemnly declare.
That I know not of any lawful impediment.
That I know not of any lawful impediment.
Why I, Jennifer Louise Sutton.
Why I, Jennifer Louise Sutton.
May not be joined in matrimony.
May not be joined in matrimony.
To Dennis Tanner.
To Dennis Tanner.
Fine. Dennis, will you now take the ring and place it on the third finger of Jennifer's left hand? Now, join your right hands. And as you hold each other's hands, and in the presence of your witnesses, you must repeat the contract of marriage after me. Again, Dennis. I call upon these persons here present.
I call upon these persons here present.
To witness that I, Dennis Tanner.
To witness that I, Dennis Tanner.
To take thee, Jennifer Louise Sutton.
Do take thee, Jennifer Louise Sutton.
To be my lawful wedded wife.
To be my lawful wedded wife.
Good. Now, Jennifer, I call upon these persons here present.
I call upon these persons here present.
To witness that I, Jennifer Louise Sutton.
To witness that I, Jennifer Louise Sutton.
Do take thee, Dennis Tanner.
To take thee, Dennis Tanner.
To be my lawful wedded husband.
To be my lawful wedded husband.
Now, these declarations made in the presence of your witnesses are the ones required by law. And henceforth, you are man and wife.
Oh, lovely.
And I hope you'll both be very happy, Mr. and Mrs. Tanner.
Thank you.
Of course, modelling's about our profession making. Lots of backstabbing. Loads of women are jealous. Mind, you've got a nice little figure, Maxine. Should have a butcher's in my portfolio, Ashley.
Give over, Belinda.
I've done some lovely spreads.
Look, just keep your hands off my Ashley, all right? I know your sort. Low cut and loose elastic. Yeah, well, I might only just work in a salon, but it means I sharpen my nails every day, all right?
You all right? The prospective for Mrs. Bald.
Oh, yes, she's just a little unsure of herself, that's all.
Well, it's to be expected. How about you, Audrey Love? Are you enjoying it?
Oh, Fred, I'm having a wonderful time.
I know you must be missing him.
But life must go on, Fred. Even if some of the colour's not there anymore.
And so it must.
Linda, if it's the catch of the evening you're after, that's the direction you should be looking at. Who's that? Curly Watts. He's the manager of Frescoes in Weatherfield. But from what Ashley tells me, he's being groomed to be the managing director of the whole group. Eh? You don't say.
Hello, Maxine. Hello. I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
I'm Belinda. She's a model. You've got something in common with Curly's ex-wife. She used to be a model as well.
Really? Above West or Continental?
Hey, there's a fella in the Snugwell to see you.
Oh, aye. What might that be?
You expecting anybody from the CID?
You what?
CID, and he's waiting for you.
Are you sure it's me? Wants to see?
Oh, yeah. He asked for you by name, love.
Oh, did you want to see me, mate?
Mr. Frederick G.
That's right.
Detective Sergeant Cross, Mr. G. Yeah, I'd very much like a word with you, please.
Hey, Albert, can't you go in there like a fly on the wall? Hey, I'll buy you a rum if you walk in there with that. Look, mate, I've no idea what this is all about.
Really?
No idea at all. Hey, unless it's about that body I've got bricked up in the cellar, you know.
I'm in the course of inquiries, Mr. G. When I've time, I'll take a look in your cellar.
Oh. Well, what am I supposed to have done?
Well, if I said videotapes, would that ring any bells?
How do you mean?
No, you're not going to lead me round the houses, are you? It only takes time.
Well, no.
You are Frederick G. The Frederick G.
Well, look, I'm not with you, mate.
Of G-Wiz Video Enterprises?
Oh.
Now, that is you, is it?
Is it?
Oh, you said you weren't going to lead me round the houses. Have you any connection?
Well, might have.
Well, I might as well tell you, Mr. G, that I have information to the effect that you are a director of G-Wiz Video Enterprises.
Huh?
And that you've got a financial stake in the company that's been distributing questionable material on videotapes. Are you with me now?
Flaming Nora.
I like the light fitting. It's taken a fortnight to read the meter.
Actually, it's 18th century cut glass. I don't think they have electricity.
I was joking.
She was joking, your lord. She jokes a lot, does he?
Now, shall we press on to the yellow drawing room? It's Regency, you know.
Oh, I see.
Excuse me.
Yes?
You've got my friend there, Flummox, did you know?
Pardon me. Isn't she enjoying herself?
Oh, I've never seen her so suited since she won 3 goldfish on Albert Croft Fair. No, I don't mean that.
Of what, then?
Do you live here or something?
On my pension? No, I'm with my daughter and her husband in Knutsford. Not that she's very keen on the idea.
No.
You might say I nearly live here. I come visiting every week, you know. It keeps out of her way.
I know. My name's Mrs. Sharples.
Mine's Herbert Whittle.
Now, if you hear my friend there calling you your lordship, say nought. Her next bit of excitement isn't due till Christmas, and she's not all that well off for memories.
I'm sorry about Peter.
Oh, don't apologise. It was fun.
You have to be so facetious.
Sorry about my father. He has absolutely no sense of humour.
Too sugars, and you have too much. Perhaps if you just took life a little more seriously. Sugar?
Yeah, when you say seriously, really, you mean conventionally.
How did you get there? There is nothing wrong with convention. It's convention because it's tried and it's tested and it actually works. Unlike you.
Oh, careful, Dad. That was almost a joke.
Look, you've both got a point. I mean, there's nothing wrong with going down the conventional route. On the other hand, there's nothing wrong with being creative either.
Oh, see? Can understand.
No, that's enough. Sorry, am I missing something?
No, I don't want to wash my dirty laundry in public, thanks.
Would you like to know what the dirty laundry is, Ken?
No, we wouldn't.
It's me, because I'm gay.
Ah, right. Why do you do this? Why? You always have to spoil things. You delight in it.
See? I say I'm gay. He calls that spoiling things. I think that just about sums it up. I'm going.
Good. Yeah, no, please, Well, perhaps now you can see why we don't get on. I mean, he makes it impossible.
Oh, no, please, look. I mean, stay a bit longer. I'm sure we can find a way.
I'm really not in the mood for any more family therapy, thanks. Besides, it seems to me you've got enough problems of your own to sort out.
So you reckon you're all right now, do you, love? Remember a good old-fashioned belt on the side of that till if he gets stuck and starts playing silly beggars. And give him a nice big smile when they're ordering. That's it, love. Funny how a nice smile and overjoyful eyes can make some lads fancy another cup of tea and a bacon sandwich. Mind you, you mustn't flaunt yourself. Just watch me and you'll be all right.
Oh, it's all right. I've had plenty of practice at that. The story of my life.
Of course, you mustn't try coming it with the women, you know. You just do your job like butter wouldn't melt in your mouth.
Do you not sell many barn cakes, Mrs. Snape?
Oh, I do as a rule. Oh, it's funny. There's been a run on them today. Do you not like them, Doreen?
Oh, aye. I like a barn cake, now and then. Well, do we get very busy? I mean, are we on go all the time?
Oh, good grief, no. Of course, we get run off our feet like from time to time, but it's only in spasms. Anyway, kid, if you ever fancy a barn cake or anything, help yourself for not to tuppence. Any road. It's a big chance. Your first customers. Now, think on. Lovely big smile. Give your face a treat.
Oh, it's all right. I don't need 10. Not with him.
You see, I was very much estranged from Norris.
Oh, well, you can't get much further away than Australia, can you?
And after I was adopted...
Oh, that must have been tough for you. Is this tea hot enough?
Oh, yes, I don't like it too hot.
Oh, Norris likes it so it burns his tongue. Asbestos mouth.
I'd like to heal things between us before I head back to Australia. I'm going to retire there.
Norris recently lost a dear friend.
Oh.
Oh, she didn't die. She went round the world in a motorhome.
Right.
I think that her departure may have affected his emotions at the moment. You caught him at quite a low ebb.
I see.
No, I'm not expressing this very well.
Oh, Mrs. Bishop, I think you're wonderful. He's very lucky to have you in his life.
Please, Emily.
Emily.
I suppose what I'm saying is, don't give up hope. Another macaroon?
Actually, I'm not a great fan of macaroons.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I might have an Eccles cake in the larder.
Please, not on my account.
2 teas, please. There you are, help yourself on the shelf.
1 tea, please. Thank you. Same again.
Have you seen Stephen?
No.
Oh, where am I? Saving that for me, mate. It's nippy, isn't it? Can't feel my feet, they're like blocks of ice. Bet you fellas feel it more than we do, don't you?
Well, it's not so bad, but it's the cold. The cold is terrible. But the damp, oh, it eats right into your bones.
I'll say it does, and we live here, should be used to it. This the sunshine?
Very much. Still, you can't have everything.
Oh, well, that's one way of looking at it. You, Harry! Over here, I got it for you. There you are.
Darling.
Oh,
Well, I'm out. Never got served.
must have done your wad.
You are looking after me, aren't you?
Some chap's tips.
Eh? Any more left in the pot?
Too much for you?
Too much.
Hey, get him in this as Anna's auntie. That's what happens to you when you get promoted.
I got them from Lucille. She sent them with some razor blades that don't fit me razor for my birthday.
When was your birthday then?
Today.
You're a dark horse, Harry, you. And you have to returns and all that. Fancy not letting on, or is your birthday top secret?
Oh, birthdays don't mean anything to me now. Having a celebration tonight? No, nothing special, they don't know.
You mean it's your birthday and you're not doing anything about it?
What's the point?
Oh, well, I suppose, yes, I can imagine anyone's getting on in here but keeping mum.
Just shut up, you daft ape. But you know what they say, life begins at 40.
Oh, well, we'll have to see what we can do.
What do you mean? See what you can do? Now, don't you start getting up into any of your larks.
And a man what time me. Hey, how many birthday you get? That's a real question.
Well, who else round here knows it's my birthday?
Oh, get away out of here. What about all them other women in your life?
Tom, I really expected to see you looking like death warmed up, Alf. I really did.
Oh, he has done for the past few weeks. It's only this week when he's been coming on.
I only wish I felt half as well as he looks. I could do with the rest, you know. Never mind Alf.
Oh, I think it's a bit sticky at work then, Frank.
Sticky? When are they not sticky when you've got chumps like Harry Atwood to contend with? Not to mention some of the younger ones. They've only been there a couple of minutes, they think they know it all. And you can't touch them these days either. They're fireproof. I'll tell you, Alf, you're better off at home, mate. Especially when you're fitting well enough to enjoy yourself. Thinking of having a holiday, are you?
Well,
Only a few brochures, you know, nothing definite.
You have got it made, haven't you, Alf? I suppose you'll be going while he's still off sick. Off to Spain at the government's expense. Well, I don't blame you, mate.
I'll go.
yeah, well, it's not arranged, you know. We're just talking about it, like.
There'll be some compensation to come too, won't there?
Compensation?
For the injury. There's bound to be. I'd be looking further afield than Spain if I were you. The Bahamas, the West Indies. Why not when you can afford it?
I asked Susie to pick these up this morning.
She's been in twice as it is.
Telling her about her little prank, no doubt.
Well, it was a stroke of genius, you must admit.
Never laughed so much in all my life, I can tell you.
I did it. Oh, are you off then, Mr. Roper?
Yes, love, I'll let you get on with planning your holiday. He's got it made, this chap, you know. Off work, supposed to be sick. All he's got to worry about is whereabouts in the world he's going to go for his holidays. Some folks don't know they're born, do they?
No.
I'm not supposed to be sick. I am sick.
Of course you are, mate. That's what I'll tell them back at the office. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Look, you can tell them what you like for me, because you've no room to talk. You're the biggest scour in the building. You haven't done an honest day's work in your life. So don't come here making snide remarks about me, because I can do without it. Have you got that?
What did I say? What did I say?
I'm sorry, Mr. Roper. He gets a bit irritable, you know, when he's tired.
Well, it's not like him, I must say. Still, there's no harm done. Good night, Mrs. Roberts.
Good night.
Who was that?
Alf's boss.
Oh, no.
What did he give me?
£1.
Hey, mustard. Oh, hello, Mrs. Tanner.
What do you want? I'm in very short supply.
I brought someone to case the joint. Hey, Wild Thing!
You looking for the ladies, love, or the gents?
That's Robert. He's transcendental.
Lovely little country.
No, you know, pure consciousness.
Pure what, Pet?
Consciousness.
Oh.
He paints as well.
Oh, taxing some living, that kid does, doesn't he?
Abstract.
Landscapes.
Oh, it's a great area for industrial stuff round here.
Of the soul, man. Landscapes of the soul.
Watercolours?
The indivisible colours of love.
Oh, yes.
Dennis, is pure consciousness here one of your antic, select little band of partygoers?
Yeah, they're great.
What do you mean, they're great? Who's they?
Robert's crowd.
How many?
Oh, you know,
No, I've no idea. How many?
maybe a dozen. Sometimes more, sometimes less.
Sometime more like forget it.
Yes, well, Linda and I have just gone. It's all right, love, I'll get them fixed up somewhere else. Well, cheerio, chaps. Oh, for goodness sake, why don't you all sit down and have a nice cup of yak's milk?
Guess who?
Twiggy!
Oh, you're just trying to make me jealous.
Of course, what else?
You taking me out tonight?
I take you out every night.
Somewhere special.
Somewhere special it is.
Promise?
The Yacht Club, Bermuda, the Oasis, Las Vegas, or Jackson's Chippy, you name it.
Home.
Home.
My home. To meet me mum and dad?
Not tonight, not tonight, hey, love. My best suit hasn't come back from the cleaners.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, you don't know me dad. He wouldn't toff up even if the Queen was coming.
I think I better wait for it, though, to come back.
Good job I'd not said the yacht club, isn't it? Perhaps I'll see you.
All right, darling.
Will you?
I said all right.
Oh, no, not if you don't...
I'll come and meet your mother and father.
Oh, he likes a drink, you know. Well, they both do.
Flippin' heck, I've just remembered something. The 2 tickets.
What tickets?
The 2 tickets for the big match tonight. You know, it's the big one, the important one. The first cup. You know, Europe.
Oh, Len.
You enjoyed it last time we went.
Yeah, but, well, it's cold.
Oh, with me, with my arm round you. And a few bevies afterwards to celebrate.
Oh, all right. We'll go home some other time then, eh?
Yeah. Hey, how old is your dad?
Oh, he's dead ancient. 48.
Thank the Lord for that. For 1 minute, I thought he might be younger than me.
Stop.
Oh, it's you, is it?
Yeah. Hey, remember the other day when I collected the empties?
Aye, I remember.
I think I left my wallet here.
Aye, you did.
Come on, then, hand it over.
All in good time. I've got a bone to pick with you first. Just read that out, will you?
Where, here?
There, from the last entry.
12 dozen halves and 4 siphons.
That's what you took, is it?
If that's what I signed for, that's what I took.
Oh, come off it, lad. I've been in this business for 25 years. I know all the wrinkles. There were 14 dozen beer empties and a dozen siphons out in that yard. That's what you took.
I can't help that, Grandad. Anyhow, it's your job to fill in that column. All I'm supposed to do is sign it.
Oh, we know all about that. But it just so happens that we could trust a normal chap. However, if that's the way you want it. 2 dozen halves, 8 siphons. There you are.
So what am I supposed to do?
Sign it.
Do me a favour. Come on. My wallet. Now look here, Grandad. If you didn't bother to check what I'm supposed to put in that book of yours, that's your problem.
Nay, lad. It's your problem if you want your wallet back.
Oh, so that's the way it is, eh? I'm having that wallet, mate.
look
I've got to
here,
smash
don't
this
you
whole
try
bloody
any
top.
of this stuff here.
What's the trouble, Mr. Walker?
He's got me bloody wallet.
I was talking to Mr. Walker.
It's the drayman. He's been fiddling us with the empties. I've just
telling you,
asked
he's
him
got
to
me
sign
wallet.
this receipt, that's all.
All right. You'll get your wallet. No doubt. When you've signed the book.
And what if I don't?
Try it and you'll find out.
There you are. Yeah, everything is in there intact.
It just better be, mate.
Don't press your luck, mate.
Oh, that was a right nasty moment, wasn't it? Mind you, I was ready for him. Still, I think you've earned yourself a drink.
No, I only came back to get some tobacco.
Oh, and you go and sit down over there and I'll join you. Hey, after all, 5 minutes is neither here nor there.
Well, I can do with a half.
Ah.
Well, they've done a good job with the lads. You'll not have any more trouble, son.
That's what you think.
Aye, well, it looks a bit of a mess to be sure, but then you've had a fire, you know.
Where's all the carpets and that?
Aye, well, we took them outside to see to them. They're safe enough now, but you wouldn't want them back in here in the condition they're in.
It'll take more than a week to get this place straightened out.
Oh, it could have been a lot worse, you know.
Worse?
Could that. You should see some of the things I have to see in my job. Now, look, I just want a couple of particulars from a report. Your name, son?
Dennis Tanner.
Dennis?
Tanner.
Tanner. And it's your house, is it?
No.
Oh, I see. Well, you'd better give me the name of the owner, then.
Len Fairclough.
Len? You don't mean Councillor Fairclough?
Yeah, he's my boss.
Blind O'Reilly. And we think we've got problems. Well, good luck, son. Keep smiling.
Thank you.
So look at that.
Oh. It's not as bad as it looks.
In. Oh, good morning, Mrs. Harvey.
Good morning, Mrs. Walker.
I'll be with you in a moment. So, what I would like you to do is to get out a complete list of all glasses, both wines and spirits, that we have on hand.
Right.
As quickly as possible.
Keeping them on their toes, Anne?
Well, one has to be firm but fair.
True. Well, I've had no success in finding a volunteer despite my efforts.
Neither have I. You would think at least one member of our committee would want to go to the opening.
You would, Anne, wouldn't you?
Excuse me. I've finished in the snug, Mrs. Walker, so I'll get cracking in here, eh?
Must you?
Yeah, well,
You can see I've got company.
Oh, well, I won't be too ticks. Besides, just take no notice of me. I've given it a good squirt now.
Yes, well, as quickly as possible.
You
please.
won't know I'm here.
Now, where was I?
With a view. La, la. Oh.
Oh, yes. Now, the people I asked were apparently too busy to go. But, you know, our president's going to be disappointed if there's no representative at that opening.
She'll be very put out.
Very. Well, I suppose it falls on the poor vice presidents.
You and I.
We can't let the Lady Victuallers down.
Our duty, Anne.
Our duty, Nellie, onerous though it may be.
Indeed.
Excuse me.
But, Nellie, don't I recall your Herbert saying how much he relied on you to help him run things?
Oh, it does still. But I suppose he could struggle along for a few hours if he had to.
Whereas, of course, I have an efficient staff and could easily get away. Yes.
Look, Anne, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll have a word with Herbert, and if he agrees, I'll sacrifice myself and go.
How sweet of you.
Oh, it's nothing. Good morning, Anne.
Good morning, Nellie. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
That's better. Mind you, the night sister's all right for a laugh. She can take a joke like. Bit cack-handed with a needle, though. You know, injections. Oh. Do you want to sleep?
No, I was just thinking, like.
I mean, just say the word if you do. Ward 14's the place. You never get no peace in there. Yakking for the nurse and snoring and moaning. One fella threw his bottle out the window.
What bottle?
His bottle, you know.
Oh, aye.
Do you want a fag?
No, thanks.
You can blow the smoke in locker. See?
No, I'm all right.
Oh, dear.
Mr. Fairclough, it's not visiting time, is it?
I know they gave me permission to. I do.
How do you do? Brothers, are you?
No, we ain't.
You got a look of each other.
How are you doing then?
Oh, all right, thanks. A bit restless last night, like.
Restless? He couldn't have done better on a trampoline.
Isn't it amazing how you meet people from home in Mallorca, especially from your own town?
Especially Mallorca. But it's getting like Blackpool now.
Who the heck's this? Help yourself, will you, Harry?
Don't need asking twice.
Oh, it's you.
I hope it's not a bad time, but I was passing.
Oh, you're not the only one with that idea tonight.
I'm not?
Oh, hello, Ron Lunt. Not working again, are you? You'll be killing yourself in the finish.
You won't ever do that.
No, my working days are over.
Harry just dropped in to say thank you for last night.
Did he now?
You missed a great night last night, Ron. But that's the story of your life, isn't it?
I'd like a word, Elsie.
Well, this is getting to be a habit, isn't it?
Do you want me to make myself scarce?
Of course not, Harry. You sit yourself down. You haven't finished your drink yet.
Well, that's true.
Just dropped in to say thank you.
That's right, Ron.
And what's that supposed to mean? I didn't notice I asked you to drop in.
Did you ask him?
I think that's my business.
Oh, so that's how it is.
Ron, I think you've got the wrong idea.
I don't think so. Not at all. I think I've got the right idea.
It's top of the range, and it's a fair price. I mean, I'd keep it like that, wouldn't I? But you see, the saddle doesn't suit my lopsided groin, like, you know.
Oh, them handlebars have been welded on.
Have they?
Oh, yeah, off a chopper. I'm only joking.
You have to it for your grandkids or something?
Oh, I'm getting into shape for my upcoming sixsome. I do, of course, refer to the Interpub Bowls Challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Of course you do, Ernie, lad. Of course you do, yes.
It's a competition open to all the pubs with a very impressive prize.
Aye.
It's a dinner for two with Linda Lasardi. I'm only joking, Jack.
Well, is there a prize?
Oh, yeah.
Money?
Better than that, a crate of the finest ale.